What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Hot Commodity C, joined by my own Hot Commodity.
That's me.
What's your name?
Andy.
Hi.
What's up?
Today we are covering both Night 1 and Night 2 of WWE SummerSlam live in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the first time they've been in East Rutherford since 1989.
For SummerSlam or in general?
SummerSlam.
Oh, wow.
So,
And the
you
first
were, like,
SummerSlam was what year? 88?
Excuse me, 88. So
the
second
SummerSlam too.
SummerSlam, yeah. And I thought this was a good show, both nights.
Is it in the same spot?
No.
Oh,
It's a different arena, but they're in New Jersey for SummerSlam.
I wonder if the arena they had the second one at is still there.
They just won't do anything because it's, not a stadium. That's all WWE wants to do nowadays.
Right.
So kicking off Night 1, Cardi B comes out and welcomes us to the show, and she really didn't do much. She just came out and screamed.
And this is the only time we see her.
Yeah. She's
reading
for Night 2.
Teleprompter.
Yeah, she's basically...
It was sucky. I like Cardi B, but it sucked.
I didn't really like the stage either. I felt like the setup was kind of boring for a 2-night SummerSlam, It was just
for the first one at that, it was.
They were just 4 screens, and there was really nothing added to it. But yeah, it was cool to see Cardi B, I guess, but she really had no interaction with any of the wrestlers. She just came out and welcomed us to the show by reading a teleprompter, like you said.
Yeah, honestly, I found more stuff with her backstage than she did anything in front of camera. So
yeah, Cardi, what the fuck, girl? You're supposed to be
she should have tore it up,
bougie and baddie and shit. But I guess she's a celebrity guest, so what else could she do? Maybe she could have given a rap, talking up the wrestlers or something. I don't know. But Cardi B didn't do shit, in my opinion. Our first match of the night, we have Jey Uso and Roman Reigns teaming up to take on Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker with the Oracle, Paul Heyman, in their corner. Before that, the match starts and Jey and Roman attack, and then Jey decides that he wants to do the whole dancing yeet thing. They play a song, but Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker attack, which I thought was pretty funny because they did this before on Raw, and I thought it was stupid that they would interrupt a match like that just for him to dance. Uso jumps onto everyone on the floor. Bronson tosses Roman to the ring steps. Braun hits a leaping shoulder block to Roman on the floor. Braun climbs Bronson Reed's back and splashes Jey Uso. That was kind of cool to see him climb the back of Bronson Reed. Breakker jumps off the apron, but Jey moves and Breakker lands on the announce desk. Breakker then spears Jey while Jey tries to tag Roman. Reed tosses Roman to the steps. Roman's not involved in the match the first half of it. Roman then dives over Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed on the floor. He totally miscalculates, hits the hard floor. Roman lands a Superman punch to both Reed and Breakker. Reed then dives onto Jey and Roman on the floor. Breakker hits a jumping clothesline to Roman over the desk. And then the Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed by hitting the Steiner recliner bulldog off the top rope to Jey Uso. Roman spears Bron Breakker through the railing, and then Roman and Jey hit a 1D to Bronson Reed, but Breakker breaks up the pin. Bron Breakker is about to spear Jey, but Roman shoves Jey out of the way, allowing Roman to take the spear. Jey then spears both Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, and then Jey lands the Uso splash to Reed for a win. A lot of action, too much going on. Good opening match, though. I would give this a pop because I was excited to see Jey and Roman win. I thought Roman fucked his fucking whole night up by landing hard on the concrete like that.
He fucking swan dived on that.
Sure did. We kind of knew that Roman and Jey were going to win here. And but we'll see what happens later in the night for that to change. But what did you think of the opening match? I gave it a pop. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. It was a good match. You know, I think they were the right ones to win, but it would have shown how dominant Seth Rollins' crew would be if they did. But that didn't happen. But I think at some point, one of them are going to beat both of them, if not together, separately. Um, but it was definitely a good match. It was a feel-good moment. Everybody loves Jey Uso. Everybody loves Roman Reigns. It was a good way to open the show. It was good.
It was a good
match.
tag team match. Like Roman really did.
Roman did some.
Jay did too. I mean, Roman's going to be gone now because he's going to be filming that movie. Maybe we'll see him again for a bit, but really nothing to it. We knew they were going to win, but it was a good opening.
I'll say this: it was one of the better matches I've seen of Roman Reigns in the last year or two. I feel like.
Okay.
I thought he really did a lot. Like he did. Like usually it's like Superman punch, spear, done. You know what I mean? Like he did a lot.
Yeah. Well, good opening match. We'll see more of Paul Heyman later on tonight, but Roman Reigns and Jey Uso shut up Paul Heyman right now. And I wonder what ramifications Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are going to get for losing to the OTC and Jay, if anything. Women's Tag Team Champions Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defend against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Roxanne and Raquel attack before the bell. Charlotte lands a big boot to Raquel off the apron, and then Raquel clotheslines Charlotte for revenge. Raquel lands a Samoan drop to Charlotte. Charlotte hits a flying Hurricane Rana to Raquel. Alexa lands a DDT to Roxanne, hits a Twisted Bliss, but Roxanne Perez gets her knees up. Charlotte hits a flying double cross body to both Roxanne and Raquel, and then a double moonsault for a 2 count. Charlotte applies a figure 4, but Roxanne hits a lion salt to Charlotte. Alexa accidentally punches Charlotte Flair in the face. Raquel hits a Tijuana bomb to Charlotte. Roxanne hits a Pop Rocks, but Alexa breaks up the pin. Alexa has Roxanne Perez in position. Charlotte lands a big boot to Raquel. And Alexa.
What did you say?
Alexa, shut up. And Alexa Bliss hits a Sister Abigail to Roxanne Perez. And we have new women's tag team champions and Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. That ending was cool because at the end it looked like Charlotte was going to go after Alexa, but it was Raquel that she went after. They're not friends right now, but they are women's tag team champions. I give this a pop. I like both Alexa and Charlotte. I'm glad that they're working together and the crowd is behind Charlotte again. Raquel and Roxanne are a good tag team, but Liv is going to come up and fuck that all up soon. But decent match. I like the tag team champions now that they're Charlotte and Alexa. I pop for that.
Yeah, I thought this match was really good. They had, honestly, I was on the edge of my seat because I thought both were going to win. I really did. But for a while, I thought, going into it, I thought Alexa and Charlotte were going to win. But during, there were parts of the match where I was like, nope, I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. And it was a really good match. I do think they're friends. I think they're growing on each other for sure. And I'm excited to see them as tag team champions for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I like how finally Charlotte's getting that praise that she wants so much, I guess.
And she should.
Next, Karrion Kross with Scarlett takes on Sami Zayn. Sami lands a moonsault off the railing onto Karrion Kross on the floor. Kross hits a Death Valley driver for a 2. Sami lands a flying double axe handle. Kross hits a Sato suplex. Scarlett grabs the pipe and gives it to Kross, but Sami hits a blue thunder bomb. Scarlett then gives Sami Zayn the pipe and says, use it, show us who you really are. But Sami throws it, lands an exploder into the corner, and defeats Karrion Kross with a Helluva kick. Sami Zayn wins. I give this a botch because as much as I like Karrion Kross, the fact that he didn't win made no sense for me. There's been this storyline. Sami's won forever. I really don't understand.
And if Sami lost, he was going to have to say, that he was right. It would have made so much more sense.
I just don't understand why they don't want to push him. Afterwards, on the the post show or whatever it was, Triple H talks and like the fans are chanting, "We want Cross," but he tried to say that they were saying, "We want Brock." So he basically he's not going to push Cross, and I don't understand why. So for that, I give it a botch. Okay match, but it could have been on Raw or SmackDown, and it would have been the same thing.
Yeah. I don't get why they made this a SummerSlam match at all.
It was a botch. Probably the worst match of the night one, just because Cross didn't win. And I hate to say that, but Sami Zayn, what else more do you need? Go for the world title. And for Cross to have nothing to come from this, what was the point of this whole storyline? It did nothing.
Yeah.
Next up, WWE.
It's gonna put Cross back behind the scenes for another 3 months.
Well, his contract is expiring soon. So
he's gonna resign.
We'll see. WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton defends against Jade Cargill next. Jade lands a pump kick to Tiffany to start and tosses Tiffany to the railing. Tiffany hip attacks Jade Cargill off the apron and dives onto Jade on the floor. Tiffany lands a swanton for a 1 count. Jade lands the Eye of the Storm for a 2 as well. Jade hits Jaded, but Tiffany gets her foot on the ropes. Jade then lands a choke slam, but then Tiffany reverses a super Jaded and lands the prettiest moonsault ever. And Tiffany defeats the Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill, in a quick match. I will give this a pop for this. Is that what I call it? A pop or a botch? Is that what I call it? Pop? Yeah.
Pop or not?
I'm popping for this because it was a quick match. Jade looked the best she's ever looked, I think. It made no sense. There's no storyline for it other than Jade winning the Queen of the Ring tournament. But short match, Jade looked good in this, and I'm just ready to see who's next for Tiffany or for Tiffany to drop the title.
Yeah. I definitely did not want her to drop it to Jade. But a lot of people thought that Jade was going to be Women's World Champion, but I really don't think she's ready yet at all. But I also don't think Tiffany, she needs to drop it. Yeah, that title should be on Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, somebody else. It really should be.
I agree. Maybe Clash in Paris, we'll see someone take it off Tiffany. Next, we have another match that I was not looking forward to. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre against Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. Jelly wants to start the match, so he does. Logan can't lift up Jelly Roll for a body slam, so Jelly Roll body slams Logan Paul instead. Jelly lands an elbow drop to Logan for a 2 count. Early on in the match, Logan and Drew attack Jelly Roll, double suplexing him. Logan lands a split leg drop for a 2. They don't let Orton tag in for the early part of the match. Until Orton does get the tag, he lands a draping DDT to Drew. Orton then lands a back suplex to both Drew and Logan Paul onto the announce desk. However, Drew McIntyre claymores Orton on the desk. And then Logan and Drew place Jelly Roll on top of the announce desk for Logan to land a frog splash. And Jelly Roll looked like he got fucked up. Refs help Jelly Roll up. Logan hits a super blockbuster to Randy, but Orton kicks out. Jelly Roll eventually gets back into the ring and lands a choke slam and a black roll slam to Drew McIntyre. Drew claymores Jelly Roll. Randy lands an RKO to Drew, but then Logan tosses Orton into the ring post and finishes the match, hitting Jelly Roll with a frog splash. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre get the win. I call this a botch. Everyone's talking about, oh, Jelly Roll did so good. All he did was get fucked up and act like he was hurt. Really nothing different in that match, in my opinion. What were your thoughts? I give it a botch.
Yeah, it was so. I wasn't even crazy about it going into it. I think for what he could do, I guess he did okay, but it was just very unbelievable to me, and I don't like that. So.
Yeah, this sucked in my opinion, but I get it. SummerSlam, you got to get endorsements and celebrities. But next, we have the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther defending against CM Punk. Gunther's in control of the early part of the match with chops and big boots. Gunther applies a sharpshooter, but Punk is able to reverse into a sharpshooter of his own. Gunther lands a powerbomb for a 2. Punk lands a bulldog for a 2 count. Gunther hits a frog splash, but Punk kicks out. Gunther back suplexes CM Punk across the apron, and then Punk drops Gunther on the announce desk, and Gunther is busted open really bad here. CM Punk lands a flying elbow drop, but Gunther kicks out. Gunther applies a sleeper hold, but Punk is able to get out of it. Punk hits a go to sleep twice and pins Gunther to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Punk starts to raise the title, and then Seth Rollins' music comes out. Seth comes out with Paul Heyman, and Seth has crutches, and he's acting like he's having trouble walking. He points at Punk. Seth goes to leave, but then drops the crutches, takes the briefcase, runs down, tells the ref that he's cashing in. Seth then annihilates Punk with many shots with the Money in the Bank briefcase, lands a stomp, and Seth Rollins is the new World Heavyweight Champion. All in all, I give this whole entire segment a pop. I thought Gunther and Punk had a decent match. I was surprised that Punk won, but once he won, I knew that Rollins was coming out, and the fact that Rollins did come out and win, it was even more better in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, this was definitely for night one my favorite part. I love Seth Rollins. I thought Punk and Gunther had a good match. I'm very surprised that Punk beat Gunther, but I did hear that Gunther is probably going to take some time off, so maybe that's why. But I don't think it could have ended any other way. It was awesome. They picked the perfect time for Seth to cash in, and it was definitely the best part of the night.
Yes. We'll give our final rankings.
And I'm like, Punk is going to be he is going to bitch about this.
But to be fair, Punk did it to Drew McIntyre, so.
Yep. And it's going to be great. I can't wait.
Let's move on to night 2 of SummerSlam. Same spot, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Triple H welcomes us to the show. And we open up with the Women's World Championship Triple Threat match. The champion Naomi defends against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
Rhea Ripley.
And Naomi's dad plays guitar, and he helped perform her entrance, walking her down to the ring. That was a cool moment for Naomi. Both Io and Rhea double team Naomi to start the match. Naomi lands a flying double cross body and an X Factor to Io for a 2. Naomi hits a super blockbuster to Rhea for a 2 count. Io hits a springboard dropkick to Naomi. This is cool. Io lands a poison rod to Rhea Ripley, but Naomi breaks up the pin. Rhea hits a razor's edge to Io and a power bomb, but Naomi pulls Rhea off the pin as well. Io hits a double springboard moonsault to both ladies on the floor. Naomi hits a split-legged moonsault to Rhea, but Io hits the over the moonsault. However, she lands on Rhea. Rhea riptides Naomi, but Io breaks up the pinfall. Io power bombs Rhea Ripley onto Naomi on the floor. And the end comes when Rhea hits a super riptide to Io. Naomi rolls up Rhea Ripley holding the tights, and that's legal because it's a triple threat match. Naomi retains. I popped for this match. It wasn't great. Like, there could have been better sequences, but it was a decent triple threat match. I felt Naomi was the right person to win, and it was a good match. I popped for it. What about you?
Yeah, I thought this match was really good. I really like when Io and Rhea are together. I was very surprised that Rhea took the pin. I thought Io was going to take the pin. But I think the right person won. I wanted to see Naomi hold on to the belt. So
yeah, she did. Moving on, we have a 6-team table, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. The champions, the Wyatt Sicks, defend against Rey Fenix and Andrade, Fraxiom, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. And this was a great match. Each tag team had a moment to do their stuff. Each member did a cool moment where Johnny Gargano DDT'd Joe Gacy through a table. Then Dexter Lumis landed a flying leg drop to Montez Ford through a table. Rey Fenix frog splash Nathan Frazier through a table. And then Axiom landed a super Spanish fly to Dawkins through 2 tables on the floor. Candice LeRae comes out and tries to climb the ladder to get the belt, but B-Fab comes out for the Street Profits and takes out Candice. And then, of course, we see Nikki Cross get involved, and she backplexes B-Fab off the ladder. All three women fight. And then Candice climbs the ladder again. Montez kicks Tommaso Ciampa, who ends up pushing Johnny Gargano into the ladder. The ladder falls, and Candice LeRae falls through a ladder. Candice looked like she got fucked up there really bad. The end comes after Eric Rowan attacks, pushes the ladder over. DIY fall through two tables. The Wyatts take out Rey Fenix and Andrade and grab the championships. And the Wyatt Sicks retain with a lot of outside interference here. I gave it a pop. I liked how the women got involved. I liked all the cool moments. It was a good TLC match.
Yeah, I thought it was great. If one thing comes from this, I hope that Nikki Cross and maybe B-Fab or something have a fight. I want to see Nikki Cross back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was really cool. They did a lot of high flying stunts and the women going through the ladders. It was brutal. It was a brutal
really
match.
Good. I feel like it should have been at night though for the Wyatt Sicks entrance. It was better, but
definitely, I thought the same thing. If they came out at night, like all the people would have had their phone lights, it would have looked amazing. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So
let's move on. The WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line in a no DQ, no countout match. The Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch defending against Lyra Valkyria. Becky has new music, and it was basic. It really didn't stand out to me. It was
the band is here.
Yeah. A lot of hardcore action to start the match. They fight over the announce table, sending each other over the desk. Becky chokes Lyra with a chain across the post and attacks Lyra with kendo stick shots. Becky grabs a toolbox and hits Lyra with it, and zip ties Lyra's hands together and attacks Lyra with a wrench. Becky lands a flying leg drop, but Lyra kicks out. Lyra lands a belly to belly and then a moonsault for a 2. During that moment, Lyra's actually, her hand falls out of the zip tie, but she puts her hand back in it. We could see that clearly.
Even the announcers say, "Oh, it broke." Wait, no, it didn't.
Lyra hits a night wing to Becky off the steps to the floor. Becky hits a manhandle slam to Lyra onto chairs, but Lyra kicks out. Becky then puts a chair like across the ribs of Lyra and tosses her into the announce desk. Bayley stops Becky from using a crowbar on Lyra Valkyria, but then attacks Becky Lynch. And then Bayley accidentally hits Lyra with a chain. Becky hits the manhandle slam, and Becky Lynch retains with some help from Bayley. I give this a pop. It was a long match. Lyra did good. I'm glad that Becky won. I'm excited to see what's going to happen now with Bayley and Lyra. Hopefully Bayley gets a Intercontinental title shot. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought this was a really good match. I'm very surprised. I really thought Lyra was going to win, but I'm so happy that Becky won. I think Lyra made a fool of herself with the zip tie incident. But other than that, this was a great match. And I'm definitely excited to see Bayley back in the mix.
I'm glad the fucking man held on to the Intercontinental title. I thought Lyra was going to win it, so I was glad that she did it.
Bayley, she attacked Becky a little bit, and then she went after Lyra?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, she accidentally did it. Like, she went to punch Becky with the chain. Becky ducked, and then she hit Lyra, and then Bayley was like, oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, we have United States Champion Solo Sikoa defending against Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match. Jacob tosses Solo into the cage and lands a moonsault twice for a 2 count. The MFTs come out, followed by Jimmy Uso, who takes them out. Solo hits a Samoan spike for a 2 to Jacob, but then Tala Tonga handcuffs Jacob Fatu to the top of the cage, and then Tonga slams the door to Jacob's face, allowing Solo to fall to the floor, so Solo retains. After Jimmy super kicks JC Mateo and tosses him into the cage, and then Jacob destroys both Tama Tonga and Mateo. Jacob climbs to the top of the cage and lands a moonsault. I give this a botch. I felt like it was a quick match. Could have again happened on SmackDown. Nothing crazy happened here except for Jacob afterwards moonsaulting Mateo and Tonga on the mat off of the cage. Other than that, it was boring. What do you think?
Yeah, it was okay. Like I give it like a C plus. It was all right, but I don't know. It just like it didn't flow. It didn't flow, and the ending was weird. How Solo like fell out of the cage. Like I wonder if that was supposed to happen. Also, I don't know. I keep expecting like the original Bloodline to like almost come together against Solo's group.
But there's no point. It's
But
beneath them at this point.
I
Why would they
guess-
go after the United States title? And the
Well,
new
not to go after the
bloodline?
title, but
But
just
they
to
don't care.
help
There's no
Jacob
bloodline.
out.
I mean, there's really no bloodline anymore.
Well,
It's like
No.
Paul Heyman's on his
Oh,
own thing.
can I talk? I just mean like Jay and I mean Jimmy is trying to help Jacob, and there's only two of them against
But
all
that's
of them.
storyline. It's
So
been
I
3
thought Jay
years.
was gonna.
Like it's an old
Okay,
story.
well I thought Jay was gonna come out and help. That's all I was saying. It didn't happen. I'm
No.
wrong. But the match
And also, I'm sorry to go off, but also it's two different brands. Jay is on Raw.
well, everybody's kind of mixed right now. But anyway,
I
it-
mean,
it wasn't
eventually
great.
they'll probably, but like I wouldn't.
I
wanna
just
see
thought
that.
it was going to happen also for War Games.
But they've done that last year. It
unless
was the
they
new
do
bloodline
Seth
versus
Rollins.
the OG bloodline. It's like, how many times are you going to tell the same story? You're going to have
I'm
Sami
not
Zayn
saying
again
they
too?
should. I just said I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, but what made you think that? Just because?
because Jimmy was out there helping, and I thought when they started getting fucked up, I thought Jay was maybe.
But
gonna
don't
come
you
down
think
and
he
help
would
his
have
brother.
helped them out like on SmackDown? Like, because I mean, Jimmy's
Yeah,
constantly.
he hasn't yet, but I thought maybe it was coming to a point where he felt he needed to get involved, but it didn't happen. Anyway, the match was all right. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It was just
I'm just over the whole bloodline thing. Like, I don't care. I'm over it.
well, there is no more bloodline. So
It's like you got Solo and Jacob. Like it's been going on now for 4 years, and I'm tired. The Samoan thing, like I don't care. Like yeah, they were good, but like the Samoan dynasty shit. How many Tongas can you fucking have? Moving on here, college champion Dominic Mysterio defends against AJ Styles next, and AJ is wearing gear that Eddie Guerrero wore when he fought Rey Mysterio for custody of Dominic back in 2005. This was another match that I didn't really like. AJ lands a tornado DDT and a verter breaker. Dominic hits a 619. AJ applies the calf crusher, but Dominic loosens his shoe. So when AJ applies it, AJ is just going after the shoe. Shoe comes off. Dominic hits AJ with the boot, a frog splash. Dominic retains the title. Yeah, kind of like Eddie retained the WWE title against Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. It botched because it wasn't long enough. I like that AJ Styles paid homage to Eddie Guerrero. I like Dominic, but
did you talk about how you said how he came out in the low?
yeah, it was all homage. to
Yeah,
Eddie.
it was okay, but yeah, I felt like it was kind of missing something. Even though Dom did like those two little stunts with the shoe and everything, I don't know. I felt like something else should have happened in that match. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just very quick. And if this was AJ's last SummerSlam match, it wasn't anything spectacular.
And I feel like also, I mean, I'm sure it is going to happen, but I also feel like Finn Balor is probably going to make Dominic lose that title eventually.
Yeah, I agree. And our main event now of SummerSlam Night 2, the WWE Championship on the line in a street fight. The WWE Champion John Cena, who miraculously has decided that he is a babyface again, is defending against Cody Rhodes here. Cena hugs Cody to start, and Cody salutes Cena. Cena attacks Cody with a crutch and then tosses Cody into the ring steps. Cody lands a disaster kick twice. Cena hits Cody with the microphone and lands a code red on the floor. Cena then lands an FU to Cody Rhodes through the Spanish announce desk. Cody lands a crossroads for a 2. Cody then lands a superplex. Cena hits a flying leg drop to the back neck of Cody, lands an FU, but Cody kicks out. Rhodes superplexes Cena through the railing. That was cool. Cena has Cody Rhodes on his shoulders, and you see him rise up with Cody on the ramp. I think Cody used that for his entrance. That was a cool moment. Cody takes off part of the ring post and hits Cena with it twice. Cody lands 3 crossroads, but Cena kicks out. Cena lands an FU. Cody kicks out of that. And then finally, Cody lands a crossroads, and Cody becomes the new WWE champion.
Boo!
Cena officially passes the torch over to Cody Rhodes. After the match, Cena stands up. He's looking at the crowd. And then Brock Lesnar returns. And I was shocked for this.
Finally.
I did not expect to see him. He comes out. He's wearing a hat. He's got long hair. And
He's
he just
jacked.
like
Huge.
walks his way down to the ring and lays out John Cena with an F5. And I like this because their rivalry goes back to 2003. Brock Lesnar first came back to WWE in 2012, attacking John Cena. So this was cool that they kind of pay homage to that a little bit. Lesnar's been gone because of that whole Janelle Grant lawsuit. And I'm just glad that they don't give a fuck anymore. Like, fuck her. Fuck the whole lawsuit. I'm glad Brock is back. This was a great match. Cena really hasn't delivered, but he definitely did tonight. I'm not happy that Cody Rhodes is the champion because I don't really care for Cody as champion. And Cena turning babyface made no sense. But all in all, this was a good match, and I popped.
Yeah. Obviously, I thought it was a good match, but I was so excited to see Brock Lesnar back. I joke about it all the time, and he's finally really back. I do not think it was time for John Cena to drop that belt. In fact, it would have been really great for him to have a match against Brock with the belt and at least retain it once. You know, him and Brock are probably going to fight at least twice before he leaves. So it would have been cool for him to keep the belt once with Brock and show how bad he wanted it.
That he has 3 more appearances in August, and then I think he'll be at Clash in Paris, and that's where they'll probably fight Brock and Cena. So I'm excited though because now I'm wondering 2 things. One, I'm wondering what prompted Brock to come back. Triple H is saying that John Cena wanted to fight him, so that's why they brought him back, which is bullshit. My second question is, what was that turnaround? Like, why did Creative decide to make Cena babyface right now?
Yeah, and also, I mean, I'm happy he's back anyway he came, but I think people would have been more like a holy shit moment if he came back with Gunther. Because, to be honest with you, I'd rather see Brock and Gunther.
Yeah, but you got to remember this is Cena's retirement, and they have to pay all the hits.
I mean, hopefully both those things will happen. I just hope that Brock doesn't come back and fuck up Cena, and then that's the end of it.
No.
Like, there's so many. I want to see him with Braun Breaker
at WrestleMania.
I want to see Gunther. I want to see him fight Gunther. I want to see him fight Braun Breaker. Like, there's so much he could do.
All right,
and Brock looks like the baddest he's ever looked. Like, he's fucking jacked and huge and scary looking. So
my question now is, which night did you enjoy better, night 1 or night 2?
Well, night 2, definitely night 2. Most of the matches were better night 2, and the Brock return, but. Seth Rollins was fucking awesome too. So
I agree. I like night 1. Night 1 was fun, but night 2 was more like story, like going to get us to what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And where do you think this holds up in regards to the other pay-per-views of this year so far? As good as WrestleMania, better, less than.
At 41, it was Cena and Cody, and Cena won. I don't think it was better than WrestleMania, but it was close. I mean, SummerSlam is number 2, and that's what it was. It was like number 2, you know. Well, I mean, some people say the Royal Rumble is, but I thought it was better than the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
And probably better than Elimination Chamber.
I thought it was good. It got me excited to see like, all right, the second half of 2025. Now we're getting towards Survivor Series. We're a Rumble WrestleMania season coming up soon, so I'm excited for that. But I agree. I thought that both nights were good. Some matches didn't need to be on the card, but the ones that didn't need to be on the card didn't bother me as much as I thought they would.
After SummerSlam, it's like all the good people: Royal Rumble, War Games, and Elimination Chamber are like my favorites, and so it's going to be good. And now we have Brock Lesnar in the middle of it. We have Seth Rollins as champion.
Yeah.
We have CM Punk and Seth who are going to be going at it. It's going to be crazy.
I give this a B plus.
I just wish that Cody didn't get the belt back.
I agree. Well, we'll see what direction Cody's going to go in.
And I can't wait to see who he's going to lose it to next time.
Yeah. Well, we've covered all of SmackDown Night 1 and Night 2. Great show. I mean, not great. Good show. Great surprises. B plus in my view. I popped for most of the matches. Leave a comment. Let us know, what did you like? Were you happy Brock's back? Did you dislike Seth Rollins winning the title? Leave a comment. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. We're on the road to AEW Forbidden Door London. Heatwave, Clash, and Perez. A lot coming your way. So stay safe and stay uncensored.